Identifying wood is a critical skill for woodworking since species have different properties and uses. The most common conifer tree species used for wood products in South Dakota are eastern red cedar, Rocky Mountain juniper, spruce, either white or Colorado, pine, typically Ponderosa, but we also have some Scots and Austrian pine. The wood of these species can be identified by differences in some key characteristics. The arrangements of the tracheids, the pores visible in the cross-section of the wood, the presence of resin canals, the hardness of the wood, and its color. Conifers differ from broadleaf trees, and their wood only contains tracheids, not vessels. Vessels are relatively large pores that move water and are easily seen with the eye. Tracheids are much smaller and sometimes only visible with a hand lens. Eastern red cedar and its close relative Rocky Mountain juniper are very common trees throughout the region. They differ primarily in the color and texture of the foliage. They also differ in seed production. The eastern red cedar cones, often referred to as berries due to their bluish global appearance, take 1 year to mature, while Rocky Mountain junipers take 2 years, so you can almost always find seeds on this juniper. Red cedar has very small tracheids. They are not visible to the naked eye. There's also a gradual transition from early to late wood. The rays are generally thin but vary in thickness. The wood is either reddish if it comes from the heartwood, but more of a yellow if it's from the sapwood. Red cedar has a distinct and telltale scent, and because of this fragrance, is frequently used in chests. Spruces are common trees in the region and can be found in many communities as ornamental as well as in windbreaks. The white spruce is native to the Black Hills and is often referred to as Black Hills spruce. It has a single needle that is four-sided, about a ½ inch long and whitish to bluish green. Colorado spruce, sometimes just called blue spruce, also has a single four-sided needle, but they are about 1 inch long and pale green to a silvery blue. Spruce wood is usually creamy white with just a hint of yellow. There is a gradual transition from the early to late season wood, but it's not very noticeable. The tracheids are very small, but there may be scattered large resin ducts visible in the cross-section. Pine is a very common tree in many communities. It is also planted as a windbreak, and there's more than 1 million acres of Ponderosa pine growing in the Black Hills, Slim Buttes, and Pine Ridge. Ponderosa pine is a valuable timber species in the Black Hills, and it's made into a variety of products from wood heating pellets to boards and studs. Pines have their needles in clusters. Ponderosa pine needles are in clusters of 3s, occasionally 2, and are about 8 inches long, gray-green to yellow-green. Scots pine needles are in 2s, about 2 inches long, twisted in bluish green. Another commonly planted pine, Austrian pine, also has its needles in 2s, but they're about 5 inches long and dark green. Pine sapwood is yellowish white, while the heartwood may be a reddish brown. There is an abrupt and easily seen transition from the early to late wood, and the wood usually has medium to large resin ducts visible in the end grain. This video shows the wood characteristics of our most common conifer species. The other 2 videos in the identification series cover the ring porous woods, ash, elm, hackberry, honey locust, and oak, and the diffuse porous woods, maples, and the semi-ring porous black walnut and cottonwood.